Welcome everybody, Crazy here, and today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Dead by Daylight's newest spin-off game, The Casting of Frank Stone. So this game is going to be releasing sometime in 2024, we're not too sure exactly when yet, and it will be releasing on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and then on PC it will be releasing on the Steam, Epic Games, and Windows platforms. The game is going to be developed by Supermassive Games, the people that also made games such as Until Dawn and The Quarry, so you can expect a similar gameplay style to these games, so basically a single player, story-driven, choice-based game. This game will feature a batch of brand new characters that are not featured in the core Dead by Daylight game, at least as of yet. They might eventually add these as characters later on, however. So yeah, we have 4 brand new survivors that seem to be the main characters that we will be playing as. And then we also have Frank Stone, which is the antagonist of the story. We also see that his welding mask is heavily modified and seems to be inspired by the appearance of the entity. You can see there's little jaws hanging out from underneath the actual welding mask, and that is a feature very similar to the entity and their claws. We also see in many frames of the trailer that he seems to be out of costume and crafting things at this kind of workbench here. This makes me wonder if we'll see a lot of backstory for this character and maybe be able to understand the inspiration for why he is doing this. The game will mostly be taking place around the Cedar Hill Steel Yard, but I'm assuming will also feature other locations. This steel yard seems to be the place of operations for Frank Stone, and seems to be where a lot of these killings are happening. We also know that just like many other Supermassive games, you will be able to choose the fate of many of the characters, so your choices will matter and might affect which characters live or die. We also know that this story takes place outside of the entity's realm in its own contained universe. However, it does seem there will be some crossover with the entity. This is even more so confirmed by the game's motto being a mystery of cosmic proportions. It seems that there might be a big connection with the entity and this world. Another example of this is that we do see, in some frames of the trailer, there seems to be a red portal opening in the sky. I assume this is a portal to the entity's realm. It also seems that Frank Stone somehow knows about the entity because of these drawings he has in his notebook. This makes me wonder if Frank Stone is trying to impress the entity in order to join the entity's realm. This is further supported by the fact that his outfit is very similar to this skin for Trapper here. It could be that maybe he saw the Trapper in the entity's realm and was inspired by him, and wanted to impress the entity in order to join that realm, or a small possibility, maybe he could be an alternate reality version of the Trapper. They did respond to this comment here on Twitter, saying that rest assured Frank is his own unique person and not related to the Trapper, but honestly that could just be them not wanting to reveal plot details. Another glaring similarity is that the Cedar Hill Steel Yard is very similar to the Macmillan Ironworks of Misery. Of course, there is some differences in how the buildings actually appear, but they are both ironwork places. So again, I'm not too sure if this is an alternate version of the Trapper in his own different universe, where things might have happened differently for him, or if this is maybe just an inspired thing for him to impress the entity. And I was kind of wondering, why would he want to join the entity's realm? Is there some kind of inspiration for why he wants to do this? And in an interview with IGN, Supermassive was asked many questions, and in one of their responses, they say something that I feel like might be a hint to something. They are basically asking why the game is named after Frank Stone, and they respond saying they can't really reveal much, but they do say here, he is a killer. He is maybe irredeemable, but maybe we don't truly understand him. I really do wonder if maybe there is an actual motivation for why he wants to impress the entity. We know that entity is able to reward killers with different things such as lost loved ones in the example of the twins for Victor. I do wonder if maybe this is an example of Frank Stone losing a family member and the entity promising that they could bring back a lost family member if they could impress them, or any other kind of similar reasoning for that. That, or maybe this guy's just a crazy psycho and just wants to impress the entity to kill people over and over and over again. On the topic of the entity and colliding worlds and entity portals and stuff like that, I do want to remind everybody that we do still have this kind of big blighted blob we see on the water tower on the Macmillan estate, and I wonder if this might be a kind of opening between worlds, because like I said, the Macmillan Steelworks is very similar to the Cedar Hill Steelworks, so maybe it is some kind of weird connection of alternate realities, this being the portal between them. We also see featured in the trailer, there is generators and hooks. I don't know if this is another case of an alternate reality connection, or if it's just a fun little reference to the core Dead by Daylight game. Another example of that is this little sign here that says After Peace Tonic Pharmacy, which obviously is a reference to the name of the clown's power. This could just be a fun little Easter egg though. Something that may also be a reference to the plot is that in this kind of little mini game they have on their website where you can find different clues, you can find this metal horse, and they say a horse cast in metal, and they say, was this kept as some sort of trophy? I immediately went to the idea of the wooden horse add-on, but it being wooden and not metal makes me think that this was not intentional. So I looked for other meanings of a metal horse and what it means as a gift and stuff like that. I couldn't find much, but what I could find is there is a Chinese zodiac called Metal Horse, and they say that this is determined by the irrepressible urge for freedom as well as an iron will. This seems to have some kind of connection to the story, because it seems he has an iron will to want to impress the entity. So this might just be a fun little reference, maybe it could even be a gift from the entity himself. Played throughout the trailer is the song Daylight by David Kushner. I'm sure the reason why they picked this song is because it has the word daylight in it, and it being a trailer for a Dead by Daylight game. Also throughout the trailer, we see a very big presence of film cameras. We can see the survivor is watching a film, and this again makes me wonder if he is maybe filming these atrocities he is committing in order to impress the entity and be sadistic and show it to other people. Even more evidence of him being sadistic is in one of the sketches you can find in the minigame on their website. We can see that he specifically tried to find weapons that were excruciatingly painful and use them for specific people. Also, we have some victims' names. I'm not sure if these will be an important piece of information later on or not. Also, we can see in the trailer this shot here. I originally thought this was just a decaying body, but on second thought, considering the name The Casting of Frank Stone, I wonder if he is casting his victims in molten metal, because this does kind of appear to be molten metal. Either way, he obviously seems to be very sadistic, and it seems that reason is to impress the entity for one reason or another. And yeah, that's basically all we know at the moment. If there is any more information that comes out that is very interesting, I will be sure to cover it on this channel, so do feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of that. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and stay safe in the fog, everybody.